In my past 30 years of clinical experience, patients used to ask me, what is the difference between Siddha and Ayurveda? I am working as a faculty of Shantigiri Siddha Medical College right now. I used to converse with the patients from abroad and other Indian states during my IP rounds. Some of them asked me the same question, what is the difference between Siddha and Ayurveda? I had frequent chances to interact with researchers and resource persons from many Indian and foreign institutions. They also don't forget to ask me the same question. In the field of research, I associate with many scientists from other disciplines. They put forward the same question, what is the difference between Siddha and Ayurveda? Even medical students at times ask me the same question. At last, I decided to insert a video in the global platform on my answer to that particular question. Let us go to the subject straight away, right? Before entering into the subject, I want to stress only one point. Every system has its own strength. We should not expect all healthcare systems should be the similar. If so, we need not call similar systems in different terms. Difference among the systems shall be the identity and the strength of each system. Okay, let us move to the subject. Ayurveda. Ayur means life. Veda means science. So it is very clear. Ayurveda means the science of life. Whereas the word Siddha, it gives something a broader meaning. The word Siddha was derived from the root word Siddhi or Sittam. It means attainment of perfect or supreme knowledge. The persons who have attained supreme knowledge are known as Siddhas. Siddhas only established this exceptional Siddha system. Siddha advocates four kinds of knowledge: Vaidyam, Vadam, Yogam, and Jnanam. Vaidyam means treatment. Vadam means Rasavadam or alchemy. Yogam or Attanga Yogam, it is the way to ensure wellness of mind and body, longevity, and lead a highly disciplined life at a spiritual background. Jnanam, attainment of perfect knowledge. So I could say Siddha is not a mere medical science. It is the way of leading an extremely disciplined life to attain eternal bliss. The other meaning of the word Siddhi is accomplishing supernatural powers, are otherwise known as Attama Siddhi in Tamil, like Anima, Lahima, Mahima, Garima, Prapti, Pragamyam, Isatvam, Vasitvam. Siddhas achieved all such kind of supernatural powers. Siddha is self-poised on the platform of Siddhi and Sittam. Only from these root words the term Siddha was coined. When we talk about the period of origin, Ayurveda was originated during Vedic period, probably in between 3000 BC and 300 AD. Agnivesh learned Ayurveda medicine taught by Maharishi Bharadwaj through Guru Maharishi Atreya and documented the manuscript called Charaka Samhita during 1500 BC. Shushruta, a brilliant student of Lord Dhanvantari, learned the art of surgery and created a treatise on surgery during 1200 BC. It is believed that Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, revealed Ayurveda to Daksha Prajapati, and Daksha taught Ayurveda to Ashwini Kumara, who in turn taught to Indra, Indra to Maharishi Bharadwaja, Bharadwaja to Dhanvantari Maharishi and Agnivesha. This is the history about Ayurveda. Whereas Siddha, it was originated in between 7000 BC and 5000 BC. See, 4000 years before the period of Ayurveda. The earliest mention about Siddha is seen in ancient literature called Tolkappiyam, documented by Tolkappiyar during 300 BC. I mean, during Sangam period. The pathogenic events due to the impairment of Vali, Azhal, and Ayyam was clearly coded by Thiruvalluvar in Tirukkural during 100 BC. Till this period, the knowledge about Siddha was carried through Guru Sishya lineage to the next generations by oral narrations and practical knowledge. The first Siddha text was Tiruvandiram, which was written by Siddha Tirumular, probably around 6th or 7th century. Siddha, it is believed that Lord Shiva revealed Siddha to Parvati Devi, then Parvati to Nandi Devar, then Nandi to Siddhar Agasthyar, then Agasthyar to all other 18 Siddhas. Siddhas, they are spiritually elevated souls and stood beyond religion. They gave priority to humanity, universal well-being, and contentment. We had 18 Siddhas in the past. Siddhar Agasthyar is recognized as the principal guru of all 18 Siddhas. Linguistically, Ayurveda is Sanskrit-based and ethnically Aryan lineage, whereas Siddha is Tamil-based and blended strongly with Dravidian culture. As we know, Dravidian civilization was the earliest one and also considered as a part of Indus Valley civilization. Siddha is anchored on certain fundamental principles. Siddhar Chattamani says, Andathil ullade pindam, pindathil ullade andam, andamum pindamum ondre, arunduthan paarkum pode. Man is viewed as a pindam or microcosm, and the universe as andam or macrocosm. The whole universe is believed to be created from 5 primordial elements or Panchabhutam. They are earth, water, fire, air, and space. And so is man. Tolkappiyam says, Nilamdi Neervali Visimbodaindu Kalanda Mayakam Ulagam Madalin. Yes, the Panjigaranam theory, I mean five-fold combination of Siddha science, explains about the origin and formation of 5 basic elements as well as the role of these elements in the formation of every substance both in the universe and in humans. According to Panjigaranam theory, each of these 5 elements is said to possess 2 properties, Sukumam or subtle and Thulam or gross. As per the literature Kaivalya Navaneetham, the various proportions of these elements in which they combine give rise to different substances. This is called Panchabhuta Panjigaranam. Aimbudam Pattaki, Avaibadi Nannangaki, Nandudam Padivittu, Nangudu Nanguguta, Vandadu Thulabhudam, Mahabhudame. Therefore, this theory proposes that 96 Tattvangal, I mean 96 basic factors exist, which is the basic concept underlying Siddha system. The 96 factors include physical, physiological, psychological, intellectual, behavioral, and spiritual aspect of every human. The 5 primordial elements manifest themselves as a human through these 96 basic factors. 96 tattvas are not seen in Ayurveda. Like Ayurveda, Siddha medicine also mentioned about 3 humus, Vadam, Pittam, and Kabam, which predominate in human body according to the nature, 3 different stages of life, 6 phases of a day, and seasons. But the dominance of the humus during stages of life, phases of a day, and a season told in Siddha literature differs from that of Ayurveda. Let us see the seasons first. The variation in the dominance of 3 humus is attributed to the different climatic conditions that occur in the different periods of the year in the northern inland areas where the Ayurveda was dominated and the southern inland areas where Siddha was dominated. We all know seasonal difference is there among northern and the southern region. In southern region, particularly in Tamil Nadu, there are 6 seasons, Karkalam, Kudirkalam, Munpanikalam, Pinpanikalam, Ilavenil Kalam, and Muduvenil Kalam. So obviously such a difference in season and the dominance of humus are seen in Ayurveda and Siddha literature. Next, we look at the dominance of humus during different stages of life. 100 years of human life period is equally divided into 3 phases. வாதமாய் படைத்து பித்த வன்னியாய் காத்து சிற்ப சேத்துமமாய் துடைத்து is the verse documented by Siddhar Thariyar, which explains that Vada predominates in the first third of life, Pitta in the second third of life, and Kapha in the last third of life. While in Ayurveda, Kapha dominates the first third and Vada in the last third of life. It is the major difference seen in Siddha and Ayurveda. Next one is the dominance of humus in 6 phases of a day. A full day is divided into 6 phases and each phase is dominated by any one of each humor. The ancient Siddha literature, Vaidyasara Sangiragam, affirms that Kalayil Vadanadi Kadigil Pattagum, Palayil Pittanadi Pagaruchi Pattagum, Malayam Setumanadi Madipudan Pattagum. Meaning of the poem is morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is dominated by Vadam, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. by Pittam. Kabam dominates in the next phase of 4 hours, that is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The cycle continues during night also. Vadam dominates from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Next 4 hours by Pittam, that is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Kabam dominates from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. There are 6 phases in 24 hours. It is a cycle. In simple words, as per Siddha, a day starts with the Vada phase, whereas in Ayurveda, a day starts with the Kapha phase. Such difference is there. As far as Vadam is concerned, Ayurveda give importance for 5 types of Vadam. They are Pranan, Abhanan, Vyanan, Udanan and Samanan. But in Siddha, besides 5 types, 5 secondary Vadas also given importance. So Siddha deals totally 10 types of Vadam. The additional Vadam or Vayus are Nagan, which is responsible for higher intellectual functions, Kurman, which is responsible for yawning, Kiragaran, which is responsible for salivation, Devadattan, which is responsible for laziness, and lastly Dhanajayan, which is responsible for death. Siddha is the only traditional medical system which is detailing about 4,448 diseases affecting mankind. All Siddha classical medicines are grouped under 32 classifications of internal medicines and 32 classification of external medicines based on the nature of form and application methods. This much class of medicines is not seen in Ayurveda. Under each class, thousands of formulations were documented by ancient Siddhas in various Siddha literatures. Metallic and mineral preparations are the core strength of Siddha system. Of course, they are the ultimate solution for chronic, challenging and dreaded diseases. Particle size of Siddha higher order of medicines is something to be highlighted. Nano and macro particles of mineral preparations like Parpam and Senduram always exhibits speedy recovery. The higher order of medicines in Siddha are Padangam, Sinduram, Parpam, Kattu, Urukku, Kalangu, Chunnam, Karpam, Sattu, Gurigulige. The speciality is they possess the shelf life for more than 75 years. Usage of mineral preparations is very much limited in Ayurveda practice. Alchemy or Rasavadam is the area of mystery in Siddha. It is considered as sacred and divine science of Siddha. Alchemy is not only the transmutation of base metals into higher metals, but also evolving of the drugs or panacea of immortality. Siddhas used alchemy techniques for developing Vaidyamuppu, Vadamuppu, Gurumarundu and all. My friends, alchemy is the integral part of Siddha science. Whereas in Ayurveda, such ideologies have been incorporated, but in a very minute level, as in the case of Rasasastra that too after 6th to 7th century. Siddha explains 5 kinds of landscape based on geographical elements. Siddhas did not forget to document about geospecific lifestyle, geospecific disease and remedies. Nirkuri Neikuri is the unique technique used in Siddha to confirm the impaired doshas, affected disease and to assess the prognosis. Vanda Nirkari Edaimanam Nurai Angel En Raindiel Olavai Aregudu Muraye. There are 5 characters observed in urine examinations. They are Niram, color, Edai, weight or specific gravity, Manam, smell, Nurai, frothiness, Angel, deposit. Poikuri, Meikuri, Pugalumevarkum, Neikuri Adanai in Neenela Turaipo. Siddhar said. In Neikuri examination, a drop of gingerly oil is dropped in the urine sample. Diagnosis and prognosis are assessed based on the spreading nature of oil drop on the surface of urine sample. What an amazing diagnostic method. It is very simple, reliable and more authentic. Another interesting diagnostic technique that is unique to Siddha system, that without obtaining history from the patient, a practitioner can predict the disease just by measuring the circumference of the wrist in terms of a patient's finger's breadth. This is called Manikade Nool. Ancient Siddha literature called Agasthyar Sodamani Kairu gives the guidelines about this method. This incredible diagnostic tool is adopted in patients who got difficulty to address their health issues due to varied reasons. Ayurveda is not dealing with Neikuri or Manikade Nool in clinical investigations. Coming to treatment specialties in Siddha, it is noteworthy to highlight 3 important areas. Number 1, Varma Maruthuvam. Number 2, Tokkana Maruthuvam. Number 3, Kayakalpa Maruthuvam. Varmam is the technique in which a specific quantum of pressure to be exerted on 108 vital points of human body, depending upon the lesion. It is also emphasized that the Siddha system elaborately describing the techniques of applying pressure over the Varma points called Varmakalai, Varma Ilakumurai, Varma Adangal Murai. It is to restore the channel of life forces. Such techniques are employed by Varma specialists in Siddha, particularly for traumatic conditions and neuromusculoskeletal disorders. Ayurveda also deals about Varma points to some extent in terms of Marmam, but Varmakalai in toto is not there. Tokkanam is yet another special treatment available in Siddha. Tokkanam is the technique of manipulation and mobilization oftenly handled in the management of neuromusculoskeletal disorders. Here, there are 9 kinds of Tokkanam procedures. They are Tattal, Pidithal, Irukal, Murukal, Kaikattal, Aluttal, Iluttal, Mallatudal and Asaital. This kind of Varma-based Tokkanam techniques is not there in Ayurveda. There are 108 Kayakarpa methods are offered by ancient Siddhas. It is intended to prevent disease, to prevent aging problems, to maintain youth, and to ensure longevity. The speciality of Kayakarpa Maruthuvam is emphasized by Siddha Tirumular as Karpathinale Kayam Azhiyadu, Karpathinale Kanalam Kailayai, Karpathinale Kanalam Chodiyai, Karpathinale Kalayam Kattide. In simple words, no decay of human body when a person follows Kayakarpam. Kayakarpam, of course, is yet another feather on Siddha system. This may be the penultimate slide. Unave Marundu, Marunde Unavu is one among the basic principles Siddha has adopted, which means food is medicine, medicine is food. As far as the Siddha traditional or Dravidian traditional food items are concerned, Each ingredient present in the food has a wide range of bioactive compounds, which helps to regulate physiological functions and check pathological process in the body. In Siddha, all food substances are classified into Vata substances, Pitta substances, and Kapha substances. In fact, Dravidian diet regimen has the capacity to balance all three doshas and maintain health. See, Patyam, Apatyam regulations in Siddha treatment are based only on this concept. So far, we have gone through the differences between Siddha and Ayurveda. In the climax, I want to place the unique nature of Siddha medicine by quoting Siddha Tirumular's verse in the spotlight. Marupadu udalnoi marundanalagum. Siddha medicine cure physical illness. Marupadu ulanoi marundanachalum. Siddha medicine alleviates mind-related problems, if any, simultaneously. Marupadu ininoi varadirukka. Siddha medicine prevents further occurrence of the disease. Marupadu save marundanalame. Siddha medicine check aging problems and assures longevity.